Hey T, welcome back to my channel. I think I'm looking kind of ghastly. Chapstick, you know this if you've been here before. Welcome to the Crazy Troll Nation. My name is Dion. The Crazy in the Crazy Troll Nation is just having fun with our makeup, doing what we do. And the troll part is not caring too much about what the beauty community standards of beauty are. Wear what we want to wear, rock it with confidence, because here we embrace our natural features. We enhance them when we want to because we love playing face paint, but we don't feel like we have to because you must use this brand, you must use this tool, you must apply it just this way. No. Do what you want to do, get your makeup on the way you want it, and rock it. I do curse on my channel sometimes. This is what else you'll see here. So far on my face, I did brows first. Fenty Brow MVP, of course. Milk Hydro Grip Primer. For my face, foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and this is for W1. I did not do concealer today, and I'm liking it. There's still some discoloration, which it always is, even with concealer, but I think it looks natural because I do have discoloration under my eyes, and so to me it does look evened out, but it doesn't look like, oh girl, put something under there. So I'm cool with that. To set my face, I use Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and that's everything on my face right now. This look is for another collab with Martina. Her Instagram is below from a previous collab with, I believe it was Decadence, one of the Mothership palettes. This one is also with the Mothership palette, and I think we're going to do another one with another Mothership palette. The Decadence one was a palette bingo. I'm looking at my notes. I'm sorry. I am just so rude. Sorry. I'm a troll. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This one, excuse me, yeah, so rude. Oh, goodness. So this one is with Midnight Sun. I am prepared with MAC Fix Plus for one of the glittery shades. Me and glitter don't get along. And I was just going to try with a sponge tip applicator to place that shade. And then I said, you know what? Let me just try and do something different, which even using one of these is different for me. And I have used it for her shades before, and I specifically purchased those for her glittery shades. But I said, you know what? Let me take this concealer brush, excuse me, which I don't like for concealer. And I said, let me just see if I can find a use for it that I like. So I'm going to use this in the Fix Plus, and we're going to see what happens. I don't know. Lower lash line right now, what we're going to do is we're going to put gold on the inner corner. NYX retractable eyeliners, of course, on the inner portion of our lower lash line. Well, the first half of our lower lash line. I use liners as a base for shadow under here. I used to use primer, but then I'm somewhere along the line I just switched up. I don't know why. I haven't thought about why. Maybe because this is easier and I can get it where I want it. The other one we're going to use, did I say what that one was? This was gold. This one is golden olive. This is going to go on the outer half of my lower lash line. I was going to say our lower lash line. But if you're following along, then it is ours. Our lower lash line. Today's July 4th. I'm conflicted about United States holidays right now because of the Supreme Court's ruling, and so I'm not even wanting to celebrate being an American and, you know, Independence Day, but yet you just took away rights of everyone with a uterus in some states, because some states it is still legal to do the thing that the Supreme Court said we couldn't do. I know I'm speaking in riddles. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. And so I'm not going to keep talking about it because it pisses me the hell off. And I have a family issue going on right now too that pisses me off. But so I'm trying to maintain. I'm trying to, yeah. Fenty eyeshadow primer. I'm going to edit this part out, and we are going to blend that out with, I was just not thinking, like, did I say what else you'll see here? And I did. See, I'm just out of it because it's just too much going on right now, but then there's always something going on. Angle concealer brush. I'm going to edit all of this part out. This look is a palette bingo. This is Mothership. Yeah, I'm a label hoe as well. I know I said it before. I'm going to say it again and get it out the way because I'm just in that kind of mood where I'm just irritated at a lot of different things. For the price of her palettes, they were $125, now they're $128. For the price of the palette, you can put Mothership number whatever, and also the title of the palette, or at least on the back. And you can also put the colors somewhere inside, like other brands do, Scott Barnes, Natasha Denona, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's more cost effective for the brand to just do just a basic palette, because then you can put any shades in here and say, this is Mothership number 1, number 10, whatever. Cost effective for her, but if we're spending, I don't because I get it on sale, but if you're spending full price, before it was $128, which they now are, if you were paying $125, I want some indication of what it is. I don't want to have to pick it up and open it to see what it is. And so this is unsightly, but I want to know what it is before I pick it up. And I even put labels. I'm going to try not to blind you. If I do, I'm sorry. I even put labels here. This is the top row of shades, and this is the bottom row of shades. And I did this for all of my Motherships because I want to know what the shade is. And even having the black card in the box with the shades on it, that card does not fit inside the palette. The least you can do like one of those little plastic sheets and put the names on it, so that way I can just sit it on top and we can see what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Martina, because this is a collab and I'm just like going off on stuff that irritates me. But I'm just saying, for the price, you can make it so we know what the palette is without opening it, and what the colors are without keeping little pieces of paper or doing unsightly stuff like me with labels, because I want to know what stuff is. And I know other people do too. But anyway, moving on. So we have our primer on. The first shade we're going to take, did I say this is the palette bingo? Did I tell y'all I'm all over the place? Yeah, I think I need to tilt. Ooh. Okay. Oh, my eyelids are sticking, which is good. Blood Moon, this shade right here. That's the one I was going to use this for, but I'm going to try it with this brush, Fix Plus. And this isn't something I normally do, but I know for Pat, you know, she wants special attention. Like, she's that... I'm laughing because I was going to say she's that hoe. She's the hoe that she wants special attention. And so... I'm going to give it to her. I have used one of these for one of her glitter shades before, and it did work out really well. And I've also used one of these, but because it's so small, I would just do inner corner, and I'm going to use these actually for lower lash lines. So I do have 2 of these out for that. But we're going to see, we're going to pick it up, we're going to spray the brush for Blood Moon. And yeah, y'all know I'm nervous. Y'all know I'm nervous because me and glitter do not get along. So this is on the brush. Spray it. And we're pressing. My only concern is now that the brush is wet. Well, maybe I'll use the other side. The other side is dry. I don't want to put a wet brush back into the shadow. This is nice. And it does work. And I know some people that do this. I don't want to even sweep it. I'm just pressing hard and just swiping just a tiny bit. We're going to leave that like that because I'm ahead of the game right now. I'm going to edit out doing the same thing on the other eye. I think I was supposed to take, damn, that shade all over the first half of the lid. Fuck. Did I tell y'all I curse sometimes on my channel? So, shit, is this brush wet? Actually, this feels dry already, so I'm going to go back in. I just don't like doing extra work. I'm a simple person. I'm actually going to coat both sides of the brush. Yeah, this is an experience for me using this, and this one is flaky. And those of you, this one right here, and you can see where it's flaking. Those of you who have this one, you already know. And for me, oh, y'all, why was the nozzle facing me and it just sprayed my neck? Because I'm not used to spraying brushes. For me, honestly, this takes some of the joy out of using it when I have to do extra stuff. Like, seriously. Because I just want to put the brush on and do a look real quick. Or even if it's not quick, it's because I'm trying to be complicated and do a bunch of other things with the look. Yeah, and now this brush is completely wet on both sides. And so and it's still not showing up that much. I think this would look nice for a spotlight look. And it might also be my skin tone too, because it's golden. It does tend to eat up shades like this. I liked it when it was just on inner corner, but now it's like for my lid, I'm taking a clean one, a dry one, and we're going to coat the brush again. What was I saying? My skin tone eats these shades. So we're gonna, yeah, I think this would be great for a spotlight look for me. Just placing it in a corner, it did look intense, but now that I'm trying to put it on the lid, my lid is just eating that shade. I do like the color though. I think this is my second look with this palette. The good thing is that learning how to work with these, knowing that she needs special attention, knowing I need to be prepared and in the mood to give that special attention, I am somewhat enjoying using the palettes. I like it better when I can just put the brush in it and put the shade on. Like I said, I just need to be in the mood for it. So for our outer lid shade, we're going to use Vermilion Vermin, this shade here. And these are the shades that the random generator chose. This is a Fenty blending brush, number 230. These two that I used, I did say Hourglass, I didn't tell you what number. These are number 5. And I think I will use those for stuff like this because I did not like that brush for concealer at all. And so now I have a use for it that it will work. I like her mattes, and I know some people are indifferent about her mattes, and they're all about the shimmer, but for me, because the chunky shimmers need so much work, I'm like, you know what, just give me the mattes. Oh, and I know she's not going to do it, because she's on this mauvey pink thing that keeps selling, and I think because it's more quote-unquote wearable, more everyday-ish, whereas I like a dark eye and a dark lip. So I get why she keeps making similar color stories, but what I would love from her is an all matte, smoky, grungy palette. Like shades like this, these two, this one, deeper. Like just an all grunge palette. And she can do that because she has palettes with just, I think she has a 4-pan, which is just celestial shades. So it's like we have all the shimmers. Give me, I'm saying, because I know some of you don't want it, give me a dark, smoky, grungy, all matte Pat McGrath palette, because I can get the shimmer from the other motherships, especially Decadence, because that whole thing is metallic shimmer, whatever you want to call it, but it doesn't have any celestial shades, which means no glitter, which is awesome for me because my eyes be like, bitch, take that shit off, or we're going to tear for 3 days. So yeah, I'm gonna edit out doing the same thing on the other side, and I know I keep saying that and I don't, but I really am this time. Watch. Told you I was going to edit it out. What we're going to do now, we're going to take one of these. Is this one dry? Yes, this one is dry. And so we're just going to pull a little bit, which I know is dangerous, just to blend. I didn't want to pull the red that way because I just don't want the shadow to flake. But I do know it needs to be blended right here in the middle. And so I think this is just all I'm going to do because I don't want it to start flaking off onto my face or in my eyes. I'm also not really liking this blend up here, but we are going to put a transition shade. Usually I do take my lid shades up here, but I'm like, how do I get it up there? I'm gonna take this brush. It's not a brush, it's a double-ended spoolie, and I'm going to swipe this in here, tap that off, and I am going to just swipe. You see how that did that? This is great for this. So now I'm like, do I just still use the concealer brush and wet it? Or just use these? Because you see how that just took it up. So, and all of it came off. So I'm going to go back in. I swipe twice. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Just taking it a little higher up. And also it's more saturated using this too versus when I wet the brush. And I know you can use your fingers too. I don't like using my fingers for makeup. And so that's why I bought these sponge tip witchamajiggas from Amazon. If I remember, I'll put the link below. Yeah. This is working. This is nice. This could be your look. I'm still not liking this blend right here. I don't want to do too much. Transition shade, we're going to use a Esom V33 brush, and we're going to go into Taboo, which is this shade here. So the random generator chose really nice shades. Do check out Martina's Instagram. As I said, it is below from our previous Pat McGrath palette bingo. I think the next one she's just picking the shades, I think. She has all the motherships, and I'm like, well, I don't. But she does amazing looks. She pulls shades from different palettes, which I like because I don't have that skill set to do that. And she always sets out in her pictures, like what products she used. Like whatever she used for her eye look, she does have a picture of it on her Instagram along with the look. Her looks are beautiful. I haven't seen a bad look on her yet, like honestly. So do please check her out. We're going to take Bronze Eclipse with this. So that's going to go right here. We're going to put that one down. We're going to take the clean one and we're going to go into Wicked Envy, this shade right here. And so that's going to go, like, I don't know where to look. Ooh, wow. So that is it for that. We're going to take the brush that we use for our transition shade and we're just going to buff, which I don't think is going to make a difference. My eyes are tearing. What are we going to do? Inner rim, we're going to take that golden olive and we're going to put this on our inner rim, just the bottoms. Upper lash line, because I have not used it. I'm not sure I'm liking this combination together. I like the two on the bottom, how they go together. I like the two on the top, how they go together. But as a whole, it seems like this lower lash line should not go with what's going on up top. That's the vibe I'm getting. You let me know. So we're going to take Fenty Fly Liner in Truffle. And this is the brown one. No, it's called In Big Truffle. And I haven't used it yet. I do like the black one. So we're going to use this for the first time. And I'm sure I'll like it because I like the black one. Desert Orchid. And the only way I use it is paired with the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Bronze. And that's what that looks like. This is my favorite pairing. I only wear these two together. So we're going to take Real Techniques Instapop Cheek Brush. Used to be one of my go-to foundation brushes. I'm not even going to tap off because this shade for me, it gives me just like the perfect, is it there, is it not there flush. So I am actually wiggling it in. I love this shade for me. And I cannot overdo it. The only way I overdo it is if I take it down too far. Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick. Swipe, 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 tap off. And this gives me what I like, which is a nice glow from within. Swipe, swipe, just twice that time. Putting this here. To me, it just looks nice, it looks natural, looks fresh. This is a clean one. This is the one I just used for blush. For the first time, I'm going to use, this is new to me. Okay, Viseart Bronze Noisette. It's a bronzer. This is what it looks like. First time using this, I don't know what it's going to do. So we're going to, and I did swatch it to see, ooh, if I had anything similar. So we're going to just put, that's nice. Where I have this natural hollow right here, that's where we're going to put it. That's nice. I'm going to flip the brush over. Blend that and buff it up. Ooh. Blend it and buff it up. We're going to coat all sides of the brush. We're going to tap it off. We're going to put a little, I didn't do the tip of the brush, so let's do that too. Tap that. Put that here, here, and because we coated all sides of the brush, we're just going to just do all of this. We're going to tap and swirl again and doing the tip because we're going to do the corners of the 5 head. And then we're just going to take this across. I think I'm liking this. tip of the brush, tip of my nose. This whole setup is like a really, for me, it looks like, from what I can see right now, a nice natural, just kind of flush. And then I'll play it back and be like, oh, girl. Oh. So we're going to put that down. I am going to use a pat gloss, I think. Yeah, I definitely am. So we have pat eyes, pat cheek. I'm going to figure out a lip. I'm going to edit this out because I think I'm going to need a few moments. We're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner. The shade is, I don't know. But we're going to use this as a lip liner because we're going to use this pat gloss, which I think is not the right shade for this eye look. So that's why we're putting a liner on. So these are my asymmetrical lips. I tend to not overline or try too much to make them even, because it is what it is, and I'm okay with that. Self-acceptance, right? So we're going to take this. This is, what is it called? Secret Lover. I am going over the line, the lip liner line. I'm trying to blend it. I like this lip combination. I don't like it with the eye. So again, we use Midnight Sun, Palette Bingo. Thank you, Martina, for doing this collab with me. Let me know what you think. The lippy combination, the eye look, definitely like the cheek situation and the bronzer, new to me, old as hell on the market. Let me know what you think, and I'm thinking it. So what I'm gonna do, that's it. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna edit that part out, but this is what we got. And thank you all for watching, and you will see me in the next video. Hang tight. There will be some stuff popping up for you to look at, and you will see me soon.